See, Jesus, when he died for the 20 trillion. He made the payment in a payment that you're not paying him back. And so oftentimes people think of the security of a believer as a works-based security. And that just isn't true. It's a grace-based security. God always makes the debt payment for us, and he never asks anything in return. Ephesians 1:7 says, in whom, listen to this, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins, according to the riches of his grace. We have redemption according to the riches of his grace. God is so gracious to us. It wasn't a partial payment. He didn't make a late payment. We're all familiar with what a late payment is, right? Too little, too late, right? And they have a grace period. That's not really grace. They charge you for that. That's not grace. He didn't make a late payment. He made a $20 trillion debt payment for us. I love the way what it says in John chapter 1. It says this in verse 29, he was the Lamb of God which taketh away the sin of the world. It wasn't on, he didn't say, I'm only going to hold it for a little bit. I'm going to take it away, but then I'm going to give it back. And you have to make partial payment. It was a grace payment, a total payment for everything that we owed. That is God's solution. And that is the only solution we have to this problem that we're in. I've got a pretty nice truck, I think. I've got a pretty nice truck. It's a new truck. I think I bought it, what did I buy? Last year. And I don't owe anything on the truck. And I thank God for that. I thank God for it. A lot of people who have a truck payment or a car payment, and they last like an eternity. It's not called a payment then. It's something else. And I can't think of a good word to call it, but it's something like a car eternity or something. I don't know. You're just always paying this thing, right? But I thank God that my truck is paid for. And I had to pay for that, by the way. I had to pay for that. Now, it would be as if I was to buy a new truck and God comes along and makes the payment for me once for all, a total, complete payment for the entire truck. And not only does God make the payment for the truck and pays it off completely, but then he, in his mind, says, you know what I'm going to do? Not only am I going to make the payment for the truck today, I'm going to make all of your past payments. And I'm going to make all of your future payments, so if you go out and you buy another truck, I'm going to come along and in my resource, I'm going to pay for that truck payment as well. And he's omniscient. He knows this, okay? So it's not like he's hoping that you don't buy another truck. What he knows is that you will purchase another truck, and I'm going to pay for that one. And then I'm going to pay for the next one, and the next one, and the next one. See, he doesn't make a partial payment for some of your debt. He makes a total payment for all of your debt today, yesterday, and tomorrow. He makes the total payment. And any work that we do to earn salvation is actually looked at as debt. So anything that we can contribute to salvation is actually a debt. Isn't that interesting? You think that you're adding $1 to this $20 trillion behemoth payment, national debt, and actually what he says is, actually this works in reverse. It's the only time that addition is actually subtraction. Listen to what he says. This is great. Romans 4:4. Now to him that worketh is the reward not reckoned of grace, but of debt. Anything we add actually takes away. It has to be total grace. We're saved totally by grace, and we're kept totally saved by grace. I love grace. Don't you love grace? Listen to what Romans 4:5 says. The next verse. But to him that worketh not, but believeth on him that justifieth the ungodly, it's not that his payment, it's not that his righteousness, it's not his church membership, his walking an aisle, his giving to church. It's not that. Listen to this. His faith is counted for righteousness. The only thing that creates righteousness within a believer is faith. And it's wonderful. We are secured by grace in our lives. And it's tamper-proof. It's tamper-proof. You can't mess with that. As much as you think you can mess with it, it can't be messed with.